What's going on everyone, TomGorian here and welcome back to another F1 22 League Racing video. Today we are getting ready for round 10 of the Racing Formula League Season 8 Championship in Abu Dhabi. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the updated Abu Dhabi Grand Prix with the updated Turn 3 and also Turn 9. The scene where Max Verstappen infamously took the World Championship from Lewis Hamilton, hence called the Michael Massey Grand Prix. Today's a bit of a interesting league race because this is the first sprint race qualifying where we have a reverse grid. So pretty much what we're doing this season for RFL Season 8 is every 3 times for this season we're going to do a reverse sprint race, which is pretty much a championship order, so the championship leaders start from the back of the grid. I'm going to give you guys the championship standings going into this race. So from this list on Discord, Fabit's in first place with 104 points, Antmaz and Scott are tied with 77, Pyroquicks on 61, TM Kirby, my teammate, on 48, and there's me in 6th place with 45. So it's literally reversed, so the front runners will be at the back of the grid, so hence why I'm starting in P12 out of 16 in this race. Practice actually went quite well. We didn't really do any quali practice because we're not doing a qualifying session, it's just a sprint race and also the 50% race. The car felt really good and I really like this track around Abu Dhabi. In the XCR race that we did a couple weeks ago, I think I qualified P5 and I finished in P2, just 4 seconds behind Fabit, but I did struggle with the tyres in the last 3 or 2 laps of the Grand Prix, but if we can finish P2 in XCR, we have a great chance in winning this race. We're starting from P12 on the grid for the reverse sprint race. It's 5 laps here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe for more F1 22 league racing content as the year goes on. But anyways, getting ready for 5 red lights. It's the reverse sprint race in Abu Dhabi. And it's away we go for the sprint race in Abu Dhabi. It's a bit of a cautious start there. The back end was a little bit looser. The Mercedes of ISU gets a bit of a terrible start as we avoid the, I think it was the Aston Martin of Pyroquicks, I think. I'm not really sure, but as we head towards turn number 3, the centre goes really wide. Someone's off there. That's SF Pred. Pred has went off as we enter the Max Verstappen corner, turn 4, the hairpin, and we're already into P6s right now as Angelo goes around the outside of us in that Ferrari. So now it's going to be a drag race between me and Angelo to see who has the more straight line speed, and Angelo does win. We tried to think about a dive bomb, but listen, it's literally a 5-lap sprint race and I don't want to be taking any chances going in towards the 50% race. My mindset going into this, the first lap was just stay out of trouble in the first lap. It's going to be carnage. It always is. These sprint races is always carnage on the first lap. And if I could just avoid the danger, literally from Breaking Bad. If I could just avoid the danger, then I am the danger. If that makes sense. That's going to be out of context. Anyway, going in towards the redesigned Turn 9, Pyroquicks has retired and he's out the race, so that's not good for him. He's going to be starting from the back of the grid. So Fresh and Angelo are going to go side by side in towards the triple right-hander, and we're going to go through the middle of them in towards this next corner. That is a brilliant overtake. I can't lie. The execution of that overtake was really smooth. I went through the middle of both of them, and listen, man, credit to both So Fresh and Angelo for having the enough awareness to see where I was and to let me make that move, or at least try to at least. But yeah, brilliant racecraft from both of them. And we come across the line and we start the 50% Abu Dhabi race in P2. Normal Jinx disconnected on the last lap, so he was able to get him. So we're going to be starting literally P2 behind TMS Sora, otherwise known as Boris Letterbox in the old seasons of RFL. It's good to see that some of these old names are coming back, obviously. A lot of memories from the older RFL seasons, but the difference is, you know, this RFL season is more competitive now than probably any others in history. Even though Vapid has we're trailing Vapid by literally like 70 points in the championship because we missed like 3 races. We're literally up there as far as, you know, top 5 pace. You know, on a certain weekend, it's literally me, Vapid, Angelo, Scott, Sora, Pred in the mix for the race wins recently, but this is our best chance to probably win a race in RFL Season 8. We've won one before. We won in France. We got pole position in Singapore in the sprint race, but that didn't go quite well. But this track is a track that I do well at. Second place in XCR and now second in the 50% race. Can we win? It's a great chance for us to try and come back in the championship. It's 5 red lights for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in RFL. It's lights out and away we go, and it's a good start there by Sora. He gets a better start in the first phase, but we get the better start in the second phase. There's Fapid on the inside. Obviously, he has to back out of that because there was literally no room for him. Angelo goes around the outside of Vapid, so it's Sora from myself, Angelo, Vapid, and then Jinx is the top 5 as we go down the hill in towards turn 3. Can we do a Max Verstappen and dive down the inside? We don't want to risk getting damage. It's literally the first lap. There's no need to take any chances. Just like I said in the sprint race, survive the first lap and then just go from there. Let's see if we have enough drag or less drag than Sora. Slips. The speed isn't, you know, I think it's quite the same between me and Sora as we're heading towards the chicane here. We're both on the medium tyres. It's literally mediums to hards. It's the same strategy every single race, no matter what track you go on. Mediums to hards. It's simple one stop. But the one thing I was surprised about was Sora's race pace. He was rapid for this first part of the race, and as you can see, he's literally built like a couple, like a 1.8 second gap. 1.8 second gap as we head towards this chicane, and as you can see there, we have a bump. We tried to make the corner, but obviously that didn't happen, and we get a penalty, a 10-second penalty. I don't agree with that penalty for a number of reasons. First of all, I think thanks to the bump, I came in too fast to the point where I didn't really make the corner. Well, I couldn't even make the corner even if I wanted to. And second of all, as Sora spins out, and that gives us the lead of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in RFL, and we're back in first place. That's brilliant. Don't know what happened there with Sora. He must have lost the back end there, or just lost the back end and done a loosey-goosey. But Sora is now out of this running for now, so it's me, Angelo, Jinx, Fapin, and Scott. But right now, as far as the 10-second penalty is concerned, I've taken it to the stewards, and hopefully the penalty gets removed. I think it's a little bit BS how I got that penalty in the first place without any warning. I did lift off, and listen, if I came back on the track, I was going to be ahead of Angelo, so hopefully that penalty is removed after the stewards' reports come out. But the first 10 laps after Sora's spin, I was just trying to, well, I wasn't really trying to push, I was just trying to get a rhythm going, and obviously just trying to manage the gap to myself and Angelo and also Jinx as well. Adam Lee didn't help because he was a ghost car. He literally passed us, but he's going to give us DRS right now, and as you can see, Angelo was really close, and I think Angelo will have a chance to go around the outside, but he backs out, he thinks better of it, and we retain the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Looking back at this race performance, I think it was probably the best race I've had this season. Even though we won in France, I led literally most of this race as we enter the pit box for lap 11, lap 12. And we're going to pit on lap 12, but the undercut is quite powerful around here, and as you can see, both Jinx and Vapid have pitted for hard tyres, so literally they're going to do the undercut as soon as they come out, and on the next lap, lap 11 on the beginning of lap 12, we're literally going to come in for a one only stop. Angelo stays out, so he's literally going to do the opposite to us. He's going to try and overcut. Meanwhile, we're undercutting Angelo, but Vapid and Pyroquicks are overcutting us. I'm not really sure. Sora's still in the race, but he's pit, so Kirby's also pit as well. And we come out the pits and we're ahead of Scott. We built a decent gap to Scott there, but the gap now is literally between us and Vapid. As you can see, there's Pyroquicks, the fast lap of the race there. It's going to be close between me, Pyroquicks and Vapid, and there's normal Jinx. Pyroquicks retains the lead, he's on the medium tyres. Oh, there's a Mercedes there of ICU. I don't know what happened to him, but we're going to go try and dive down the inside of Jinx. Jinx has taken the, I think, the net race lead, because I think Pyro needs to stop again. But yeah, we literally literally retained second place at least from Vapid, but as you can see, normal Jinx is lagging a bit. And at this point in time, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if that was my connection. We lose the back end there a little bit. I don't know what was going on between myself and Jinx. But I didn't want to really do anything, you know, silly or just something that didn't make sense with his connection. But thankfully, he let me through. Fair play to him. I think he did acknowledge that it was his connection all along. And yeah, he literally let me and Vapid go. So fair play to Jinx there. But lap 13, Angelo actually span a turn 3 and reset the track, so I sent it into the stewards. He should be getting a time penalty for that, since it is RFL rules. I've been done over that rule like twice and a couple of other drivers, but that's Angelo now gone, and now the race for the lead of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is between me, Vapid and Scott. I think Scott's still there. I mean, literally, like, the gap between me and Scott has been quite normal all race, as lap 18, and there's a safety car. Safety car on, no, it's lap 16, I'm sorry, lap 16, there's a safety car. Now, I need to explain this. I do not understand why we don't get a fresh set of mediums for a 50% race. I don't understand. If I had a fresh set of mediums, that would have literally taken me to the end of this race. That would have done me perfectly, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. Vapid and Scott literally paired for softs. I don't know why they're doing that, but we are literally going to counteract that, and we're going to go on the soft tyres. But they actually throw a curveball at us. Vapid, they are literally boxing again to go back on the hard tyres. So it's going to be very interesting. The safety car is going to be out for like 2 more laps. As far as the tyre wear, it's not really that bad around here, but you do feel it in the last couple of laps, because in the XCR race I did feel the tyre wear go off on the hards with like the last 3 laps to go. So Sora is now in the lead. We are now on fresh softs with 9 or 8 laps to go of this race, and away we go once again for the restart, the final 8 lap sprint of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Let's see if we can try and win this race on circuit. And yeah, hopefully we can. Lap 21 later on in that lap, we get a good run on Sora, but Sora just, I think he's using his ERS, and I just wanted to I didn't want him to hold me up, because obviously his teammate Pyroquix is literally behind me, and he's set the fast lap and he's on hard, so it's just a battle of strategy now. It's just about, you know, tyre wear, and can my softs go to the end of this race without getting a puncture. As you can see, Mark there is telling me to stop again. Don't know why he's doing that. I mean, these softs can literally go to the end of this race. But we're literally all over Sora at this part of the track. We literally hit him on the rear end twice. And I think he's struggling for grip. Well, I wouldn't say he's struggling for grip. He just doesn't have the grip that we have on the soft tyres compared to him on the hards. So we're going to have a good exit. We're going to go round the outside of TMS Sora, this for the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Can we get the move into turn 9? We do. Brilliant job there from us there. Thankfully we didn't crash or nothing. So now it's just a race to the end now. It's just now we're going to try and pull a gap. We're going to try and make sure that Sora is in our DRS. And hopefully, if this 10-second time penalty is removed, hopefully we should be on the podium, which is not bad at all, considering that we've literally been at the front most of this race. So lap 27 out to 29, and I think Sora's literally came back at us, and our softs are starting to die out now. Looking back, was it the right decision to go on softs? I think I should have stayed out on hards. That would have guaranteed me at least a podium, I think. But you know, Vapid and Scott did me with the double there, and as you can see, the tyres are just starting to go off now. We do get DRS, but yeah, we're gonna we can't really fight Sora anymore. So unfortunately, we've lost the race to Sora, unfortunately. But listen, the second place in Abu Dhabi, that should be great considering, you know, the pace that we've had. We started second place in the sprint race, and if we finish second in this race, it'll be a whole lot of points. No. 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 That didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. No. I am speechless. I am speechless. Instead of 2nd place, it's 6th on track and 8th with the BS penalty. I can't believe it. Disaster. Thanks for watching, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm done!